Bir de ben performans hani yap nasıl yapacaksın? İnanılmaz. Bir verb var. Verb yaptılar.
Okay, let's do it so I can have dinner.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. It's very good ideas today.
Okay, let's. Dominic. Welcome, Ersan Mondtag. Started. Can we? Can more? You have to sit here. No, is it okay?
It's good like this.
Okay.
Take off your shirt.
Besides, get out of this mood. But it's my Mayakovsky. I love it. I know. It's my luck socks. Mayakovsky. Oh. Oh. Oh. Ah. Are we on?
What is it live? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now we are bringing it together. The artist talk had ended with a very good collective discussion. We were talking about Murat's painting in reference to your work. Kavaç also brought the fact that frogs also mimic the same way bodies gather together, and also these letters now completely configured for this installation. Could you give us the vision? What was the vision for the temple? What is the temple about, and how the idea came together?
And we have to say that we started working on this project 1.5 years ago. No? That's why I want to comment.
Yeah, you are right. This was supposed to be delivered in the first episode of State and Nature. With pandemic conditions, workshops were not working full time. It was not possible to imagine. I think, like many people, we also took time to render our ideas. I think they came in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what the first idea was, but we had I think 6 versions of this room already. Like this huge sculptures carrying this big temple and our big minimalistic temple. I think it was the idea to create a museum inside a museum, which opens a space for other artistic positions to have a dialogue.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this room as an art installation or architecture. I think it's still improved, so we still more art.
How we can forget those tampons?
Tampons, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a beginning, so the idea is to create a museum inside a museum, and what you do in maybe 1 year in your program in Kunsthalle, we do this in, I think it's expecting different ideas also. So I hope this place will run as a museum inside a museum, which will maybe also, you can put in artwork for 2 weeks and they can disappear again. So it's like a process of space.
So the idea of transformation and giving space for this transformation comes as a temple. a very classical form of architecture, where it came before the nation state was defined, where religion kind of, or the rituals were a part of the former society. So I think to go back to the archaic society and where they gathered for some other reasons. For the curatorial approach, it was important for us because we are taking two books as a storytelling method. One is going back to the ancient histories and checking if we could learn from them, or if the things that we know, are they still valid, or did we interpret it maybe wrong? So I think your idea with the temple as an uncanny forest gives exactly the approach for that. So it's not a normal temple. It's like...
With a Lacanian mirror. just to add the mirrors.
Yes.
We needed to see the mirror to understand its effect, because exactly Schwarzwald or any kind of dark forest, this nightmare in the forest, was the vision you were searching for. With all the atmosphere, it brings it, but one element, like you pick up the neon light, I think for me, if I need to have a light motif here, we are reflecting on those surfaces. These reflective surfaces are really very Lacanian, very psychoanalytical, and you definitely go inside your dreams.
Yes.
And
I see the things more technically, but I would like to listen to it like this.
I mean, your performance were delivering this to us completely in full scale. Their face expressions, their bodies, for different levels of consciousness that was brought, I think.
Circulation is one word which is used in the performance, but also in the... Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, but
No, it is not functioning.
it's not a real microphone. No, I think circulation is the one big word of this room also, with the, the water is circulating, or should circulate. And at some point it will circulate inside, so the place will dry out and the exhibition will be over. So it's a temporary base, and I think when we talked about the old Egyptians, they were moving from Central Africa to North Africa because the water was running out. So it went with water, and then they created culture, and then they created civilization, and then they collapsed when water was leaving them. And I think which is also a contemporary conflict, not only contemporary, but the entire aspect of the water we miss now in South France and all around the world. So I think culture comes with water, wealth comes with water, and once this luxury of, or this existing element of humanity, of anything, of nature, which is water, is not there, there will be no culture anymore. That's why I think in the Greek and the Ottoman, the bath was always a place for culture. People would sit, discuss, they would make business, but also all the temples were watersmen of religion, also with the towel for the baptism. So I think this space connects like these different ideas of architecture, of art, of religion, of nature, and of state.
And we all asked all the artists how Baden-Baden, so we can ask you immediately in this moment, how do you like Baden-Baden? Because you were so many times till now here. Or Schwarzwald.
The
Yes.
bathroom of the bathroom.
It's the most relaxing working place in the world, I think.
Really?
Yeah, you just go to the bath every morning, and then you come to the Kunsthalle, and then you have a good dinner, and then you drink a nice wine, and then you go to your bed.
Yeah, the former...
I could work like this forever.
Welcome, more than welcome. But I was thinking about, because the setting you have, we had the beautiful painting from Simon Lesemann, no?
No, this painting is, I made this for a play in Cologne.
Cologne, yes.
It was for my workshops, like the different assistants worked on it. It was
Yeah.
not Simon.
It was, but we
I
have...
think it was Marcel Teske.
So we have the original painting, And this has been actually a mirroring of this painting. So the sun comes up and so it changes. Also the change of the temple is it itself. So we have taken, and in your works also, the forest is very important. You mostly use the forest as an uncanny space or like...
Yeah, I mean, the forest is the most... this is also like, you know, you look deeply inside, it's like looking into the forest. You don't really know, is it true what I see? Because it's like... And we all look like trees inside now, or animals if you see the reflection. I love it because, I mean, you know, the Grimm brothers, they came from this region also. They were writing this stories about for children actually, the Märchen, all played in the Black Forest. The Black Forest is like the place for fantasy. I also used to live in Black Forest for 2 months. When I was working in Basel, I didn't, because I hate Basel. It's the most ugly city in the world. So I decided to live oh, for the record, I hate Basel. And I decided to drive every day 1 hour 30 with the car to the Black Forest and back to Basel. So I drove 3 hours. Okay, now it's not okay to drive anymore, I know. But it was so beautiful to come from this ugly city into the Black Forest, and then you go deeply inside, and at some point there's snow, and then you go back, and then you see this ugliness of, you know, factory and Rewe, and then all the shit coming, and then you go back, and it's always, once you enter this forest, you're like, you can breathe and you create ideas. Because there's so much texture in the forest, and it moves so much.
So I think with this influence, you come here and establish the temple to open the space. I think it makes really sense that we invite the other artists, like normal exhibition making from our side, like you have an exhibition and it goes 3 months long, and you install something and it stays there. But the time, like no, but the time, the world changes, and so how can we act as a contemporary if we want to be contemporary? So I think this space gives us, with this approach, the possibility to be flexible and to react immediately what is happening.
Yeah, I think we should also invite children from the kindergarten. They should play here.
I think this started earlier. We have to also appreciate some other people previously. Yes. Alexandra Pritch contributed to the performance. Neda contributed to performance with installations or performances that changed during the exhibition themselves. So I think in general our program are not interested in static forms. We are interested in exhibitions in transition, for sure. And for me, when we were writing about this space, when we were talking about the space, I thought you really dreamed of a museum that collects water in future, because one day we will dry out water, and the banks, instead of money, they have to put seeds. And only in this kind of surreal space you can dream about future, and you might be precise then. And my question will be, do you have any literature references or some tips for our audience to read, to watch, that brought a lot of inspiration to your work?
No, I don't.
You're inspired by yourself.
There's not a concrete literature I can say.
Mm.
But
I think it's a very simple space you can just enjoy and spend time in it without reading Lacan.
We should do free time.
I think Lacan is not a good one.
But then when it was clear that we can realize the temple somehow, then you came up with an idea that you want to do a performance. And we had seen the painting already from Murat, which is brilliant, and also carrying many ideas of the installative exhibition, which is continuing, not connected to the temple literally. So you invited Murat as the first position, and we recognized that you already have done the coming togetherness 12 years ago, and you implemented in a performance form.
Yeah, I mean, it was perfectly matching also Carracci's frocks. It's like as if they produce it for the people.
Exactly. As if,
As if,
exactly.
But I think the performance is a proposal to like a start for thinking in this room that although other performances inside, or I don't know. I just wanted to make opening statements for.
So the museum started to collaborate.
Yeah, so I think, so I hope that more artists will work here in the space, so you invite more people to come here, make concerts, do your literature readings, and, make invite art students to make paintings, or I don't know.
Ah, I should bring it.
Oh, that's good.
It happened because yesterday a student was here and during the performance she started.
She's not an artist, she was 12 years old.
She was not 12
Yeah,
years old?
she was 13 or something.
Ah, I thought she
They
was an
asked her,
artist.
do you want to become an artist? And she said, I am already. I said, I'm sorry.
Are you sure there's no filmic reference? Last night it kept on saying there has to be a filmic reference, and I'm not.
We are not taking questions because we are recording.
okay, we can-
Maybe afterwards.
I was sure last night that there was a filmic reference, but I just wasn't able to.
Filmic reference?
Yeah. I was thinking like this is not the first time that I've been in a temple-like bathing situation. I kept on wanting to find it myself.
Okay.
That's no idea. I just kept on thinking, surely he's referencing something here, and I just got remembered.
I don't know. But I think there's many movies with temple and water because there's many temples with water. So I'm sure that there's. But maybe a Satyricon.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe this one? Yeah, okay. It's a crazy movie.
I thought about when you say this, everybody's saying this is a blue temple, this is the turquoise temple. Like they found the last years, all the sculptures that they found, they had pink bands on it. We only see them in the
true.
naked. So I was thinking, they are going to ask us why we don't know even if the temples were in this marmor color. They were never in this color, so they were all
They were
painted.
red and blue and yellow and it
So,
was all painted.
so I was really happy to have also this color approach on the temple, besides the uncanny forest, which I really like. So we have we opened the temple with your performance. We have Egemen Demirci, we have Murat Önen as part.
Also signed it and put a year and everything on it. It's like perfect. Good.
So I think you want to ask more questions? Because one last question.
Come back at the end of October and
I set my spies in between.
So thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.